Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Almost Home Creates. Today I'm going to show you how to make this snowflake. It's one of my smaller snowflakes and it's really easy, but I just kind of wanted to put a tutorial out here on how you make them. I like to set out all my different beads before I start so that it's really easy to go, and since I've already made this one before, it goes pretty quickly. Sometimes it takes a little longer when you're doing a first time snowflake because you have to decide on a pattern you like, but this one I've already decided and have already made before, so I'm just duplicating it to make a couple to sell in my store. So the first thing you're going to do is start, and I like to work on 2 tines at a time because it just makes it go a little bit faster. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just something I prefer to do. And you're basically going to build out your snowflake on these metal templates that they make. You can get these on Amazon, and I think I got most of my beads from Hobby Lobby, maybe a couple from Michael's. I like to shop when they go on sale and just find different combos and decide what I like. So I'm starting with just a fluted bead in the centers and then going with some rounded beads, some special glass beads, and then these peppermint looking beads are actually Christmas beads from Hobby Lobby that I actually get every year to make these exact same snowflakes. After you get them filled up, you're just going to take your pliers and connect the ends in a circle. The circle allows for people to put ornament holders in, and it also keeps all your beads on. So just make sure you put those on and get them closed up tightly so that none of the beads fall off. I know I had mentioned that I get my beads from Hobby Lobby, but the round beads that I'm using are the 4mm beads, or the 6 bead per inches glass seed beads. The Bead Treasures is the brand that I use. I have always just gone when Hobby Lobby has their big sales on beads, and I get my beads then. And I have tons of different colors of the different ones, so I make snowflakes in all different colors. These are one of my favorite projects to make. This is the small snowflake template that I have. I will probably put on tutorials for the medium size and the larger sizes. And you can do them all different ways. Some of them I make very plain, some of them I make more ornate, and I'll just show you a couple of different ways that I make them over the next few weeks in a few different tutorials that I do. All right, I kind of sped through some of that last part to get to this part, and now you see, like, you could leave it just like this and have it as a snowflake. I, however, sometimes like to add another wire to the center to just add a little bit more to it. So if you're going to do that, what you want to do is find the place on your snowflake where you want to start. You want to find a area that has a little bit of give with the beads and a little more space, because you're going to have to bend your wire around your frame like I just did, and then keep in mind that same one is going to have the wire wrapped right back around it when you finish, because that's where you're going to end this part. So what I do now is I put a fluted bead on, then one of those 4mm glass beads, and then I add 5 tiny of the little 10mm seed beads, glass seed beads after that. And I'm going to pull that all the way down to the bottom. Now what I'm going to do to almost make this loop is I take my wire and I insert it back through the middle of the 10mm bead that is right over the fluted bead. So it doesn't go back through the 10mm, or I'm sorry, I said that incorrectly, the 4mm bead. Don't put it back through the 10mm, leave those alone. And basically it will pull up nicely like this, and you can add one more fluted bead to the end and wrap it around to the other side. And you're going to repeat this 5 more times all the way around the snowflake frame. As you notice, I just wrap it around in the exact same spot on this one that I wrapped around the first, and you can see how it looks. It's almost like a pointed triangle with a little loop at the end. And I'm going to repeat this for the last time. I'm going to kind of speed through this part so you don't have to watch me loop it 5 more times, and I will show you what it looks like in the end. At this point, you're going to use your wire cutters and cut off any of your excess wire that you can get cut off. Sometimes you can kind of bend that a little bit to get the excess farther out. Then you will take your pliers and you're going to use them to kind of push down your wire and make sure that it's not poking out anywhere so that you don't get your hands cut on it or poked when you pull your ornaments out each year. After you have that done, you just kind of want to straighten out all the different places to make it sit straighter. And that is the whole entire process of making this small size of snowflake. And it's done. This is one of my favorites I've ever made. I enjoy it, so I try to make a few every year. And there it is. I'm going to post a few more of these over the next few weeks. So if you enjoyed this, please just like and follow for more content. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.